All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys. Let me get this. See if I get this background music up and run. If you guys on YouTube, give me 2 seconds. Let's see if we can get this going. Let me see if it's not too loud. Is that you guys on YouTube can hear the background music? You guys on Zoom, you guys should be able to hear me all good. Is it too loud for you guys on YouTube? Let me know if it is all good. Good morning, everyone. I am currently short on gold, guys, but I may get out of this trade soon. I'm trying to short gold in the momentum to get this breakout. Try and squeeze this support. I'm going to short 1 micro here. Trying to see if we can get this breakout here on gold, but we are coming back up pretty aggressively here. I'll show you guys my whole overall thought process here in a second. Music is good, perfect. It's not too quiet, not too loud. Is it too quiet? Can you even hear it? Maybe it's too. Trying to play the background music the guys gave me. So not too loud, perfect, cool. Thank you, man. Thank you, appreciate it. All right, welcome back, everyone. If any of you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. I've been trading for the past 7 years and mainly focused on gold futures here in the European session. So we are short on gold right now. I may get out of this trade soon. I'm just trying to see how we react around these highs. The reason I am short is just trying to play this range. I'm trying to get in with the momentum here. Could have maybe cut it, but I was waiting to jump on. But what I'm thinking is gold came up. Here's our range. We came up, we tagged the highs of the range. We pulled back, held some resistance. I'm trying to get it to continue pushing down. And we had a pretty decent double bottom down here as well. So we had some double bottom lows to come down and liquidate. Previous hourly tagged the highs, closed bearish. So therefore, I'm looking for this hourly to continue pushing down. Now, it's got 23 minutes until it's going to close. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm only in this, of course, small risk. One micro here. 1 micro. Just to see if gold can get this squeeze of this support. My thought process right now on gold is anyone jumping in longs here, risking off these lows, trying to get this big play up. Well, I was hoping to get this momentum sell off down here to come down and squeeze these lows pretty aggressively. But held some support here and instantly bouncing back higher. So we'll see. May cut this zone. Risking about $180-ish. Look at this look at new dashboard here. Look at this. New Topstep layout. New screen layout. Look at this. Alright, let me have a look here, guys. Let's get trading view up. Have a quick look at the news for the day as well. We'll look at all markets this morning, guys. We'll look at gold. We'll look at NQ. We'll look at silver. We can look at ES. We can look at all markets. See what we get for the day on Goldie. It is Tuesday the 10th of February. Let's have a look. New theme. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I logged onto the website this morning and I saw a whole new layout. Look at this. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like it. Very clean. The only thing is, well, we're gonna have to talk to MP. There's a new YouTube cover, and my face isn't on it. Now I don't know who is behind that, but someone's gonna be in trouble. Let's see here, guys. So we're getting a bit of a rejection here. I'm just trying to hold through this 15-minute close. We just came up, tagged the previous highs. So if this is a 15-minute liquidity grab, my stop can go in above this high. Now, I would like to enter a little bit more here, but I can only take this for 1 micro here. Yep, sell down into 511. Yep, nice. I like it. I like it, man. I like it. Yeah, I probably could have got a better entry here because here's, yeah, left shoulder head, right shoulder. I could have sold here. I shorted, I got short, where are we, as this 5-minute here rejected VWAP and bounced off it. That's where I kind of started to get short, thinking, oh cool, this is probably going to be the point where we're going to start to get some momentum and come down and squeeze these lows. So I got short off this 5-minute breakout here, and it was the hourly also breaking, tagging highs, breaking back below. So I was like, when the previous hourly tags lows and closes bullish, then the next hourly hits highs and has a big sell-off. That's from, oh, fantastic. This hourly is likely going to come down and squeeze the lows. But there's not much volume here right now, so we're not really driving too much. But we'll see. So I'm going to bring my stop down a little bit here. I'll probably risk of this 5 and high. You re-break that 5 and high, I probably don't want to be in the trade. So yeah, I could have got a little bit of a better entry, but my thought process was rather than trying to short at VWAP, I wanted to see a bit of a bounce. So I saw the bounce, I saw the breakout, and that's why I'm trying to get. That's why I'm trying to get short from around here. But if you guys are short, yeah, you might get a bit of a better entry than me. We've got 15 close coming up in 4 minutes, and then we have London Open in about 20 minutes here as well. So let's see. Brad, if you inquired, yes. Yeah, if you inquired, Brad, yeah, it'll be on WhatsApp, man, from Daniel. Yes, it will be, man. Good to check, though, man. I was hoping you would say strong long. Boo. Well, let's have a look. Let's do this on just a normal clean gold chart for a second. I'll show you guys the reason why I'm looking for short. So let's make this. We'll get MGC here, and then we'll get GC, our main chart here. Now, obviously, gold is in a very messy range right now. You can see we're in this range all of yesterday. We got some. We had some great longs in Discord yesterday. We called some great buys in the New York session. But what I'm thinking here on gold is now there is some nice liquidity levels above. You have a very nice double top up here. You also have highs from last week as well. So I do like gold today up into 51.20. But my thought process for the London session is we had this amazing sell-off here in Asia. Great sell-off in Asia. And before this kind of bounce, we haven't re-grabbed any of these downside lows. Now, how often is it that you'll see gold reject a level of support once and just push up? It's unlikely. If gold's going to have a true move up or down, you have that rejection, you come down, re-grab the lows, and then you have a push. You also have a bit of a trend line coming up like this as well. You guys know the way I like to trade trend lines is people are trying to buy these trend lines, so I'm looking to short down into it. We also have a left shoulder, head, bit of a right shoulder forming. So all I want to see in London is price to come down, grab some lows, and then from down here, that's where I'd want to see the longs. So I'm looking to get intraday short before seeing the overall longs. And I'm trying to anchor shorts down before maybe into New York we can see if we can get that long. Not only do we have all of that, we're also at massive daily resistance. Could come down and grab some previous daily lows. Daily did close bullish yesterday. But for me, intraday, look at this hourly price action here. This is what's quite important. So you had this very nice, look at this. Here at 5 a.m. London time, you came down, tagged the lows, and actually closed bullish. So if gold was going to continue pushing up, that's a very nice liquidity play. You tag the lows, you break out. You would anticipate this 6 a.m. candle is going to continue pushing right back up. However, this 6 a.m. candle also tagged the highs and then closed bearish. So for me, this, again, we'll see what happens, but this bearish closure to me almost makes this candle here false. So to me, this tagged highs and bearish closure means that this liquidity gap and breakout could be a false move, and that's why we could get them shorts. And we also left a bit of a double bottom here as well. But let's see, if we don't drive, yeah, see if this 5 minute breaks out, I will manage. But that's my thought process for going long. Win or loss, to me, I like that trade. Yeah, you guys, if you guys take the longs were nice as well. That's a nice hourly candle closure to go long. That's why if these shorts don't work, then just accept the range. If the shorts don't work, that's what we're working with. And that's when, okay, I'll go, okay, fine. I was happy to give the range a try. If it doesn't work, I'll take my finger off the trigger and just wait. So the longs were nice. If you guys did buy that 6 a.m. candle, I like that trade. Depending on where you got in from, you may have taken a break even or a small loss. But now that I am short, if we just kind of stall within here, yeah, I will manage. I'm happy to give the range a try, but if we continue to range, I'll be aggressive with the management. So let's see. I'm risking about 100 $120 here to see if we can get some volume and play this down into at least nice 1-to-1, if not squeeze it down to a nice 1-to-2. I'm not going to set the hard TP. It's nice, nice 5-minute rejection. Here's the highs. 15-minute wicked previous 50-minute highs, held resistance. So to me, this is a very valid stop. So overall today, yes, I absolutely like. I like longs on gold. I think longs overall today are nice. However, if I want to be a buyer on gold, I want to see a bit more of a liquidity grab. You have a bit of a trend line coming up here, like this. You have some nice downside targets. All we need is some volume on Goldie. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Silver, yep, we can have a look at silver. Bitcoin and alt sell-off incoming. We can have a look. Absolutely. And just see how this gold trades. Yep, we can have a look at Bitcoin. We can look at silver. We can look at NQ. Absolutely. I did buy some Bitcoin, so we'll see. Yeah, I would. Depends. Where are you at with it, Corey? Are you close? You still got a long way to go. Where are you at with it, man? Nice, Glenn. Nice. 196. Nice. You guys who did buy gold, where did you buy from? Did you guys buy like around here or something? You guys hit the 6 a.m. buys, like around there? Because I also like that trade. I like that trade. We do just have gold in a bit of range. Yeah, that was it. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I like that. I like that long. Here, close bullish. So if you bought this 6 a.m. candle, yep, I like that. You would have maybe cut it at minus about 74-ish ticks, 70 ticks on the body. Yeah, about 70 ticks. I like that trade. Good trade. Win or loss, that was a good trade. So you guys who bought that at 6 a.m. London time, yeah, I like that trade. And again, remember guys, the game probability is not about winning or losing. Did you follow the plan? Did you have clear targets? Did you have an Audi confirmation? If you tick all the boxes and the boxes say yes, good trade. Good trade. Same as me right now. The boxes are all ticked. I take the trade. No thought process. Win or loss. Is this a trade that has paid me over a long period of time? Yes. Execute. Don't think twice. Just take the trade. Take the trade and accept the risk. Oh, nice. Yeah, Corey. Personally, I would finish it, man. I would just get that sense of achievement and finish it. I'm not too sure when we'll be able to trade a little bit more size on gold. But yeah, I would get it over the line, man. $700 is very good. Only 700 is nice. Let's have a look here, guys. So we've got. Let's bring this back to MGC and let's have a look at silver. Silver's crazy. You guys seem to like silver. Silver is the craziest of all the metals. Let's have a look. So, how did we close yesterday on silver? We closed pretty bullish. NQ looks insane. Nice. We can have a look at NQ. The interesting thing is with silver is there's no bottom wick on this weekly candle. Now, no bottom wick on the weekly candle means it can be created at any point. The likelihood of silver closing bullish with no bottom wick in terms of probabilities is unlikely. Actually, saying that, 1, 2, 3. Maybe silver does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, yeah, that's quite a lot. Whereas if you look at gold on the weekly time frame, you'll see a top and bottom wick almost every single time. Actually, see, it didn't here. That's crazy. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. You very rarely see that. Let me go back. So again, that's why silver moves different to gold. Let me have a quick look. Let's make this 5. We got London Open in about 10 minutes here, guys. So the interesting thing here is on silver is last week failed to close below previous week low. So it does look like a bit of a morning star play shaping up here on silver, which does make me think longs overall make sense. Weekly morning star, I would like to buy silver. However, if we look at this higher time frame here, well, we also had a bit of an evening star here. So we had an evening star here. We had a weekly morning star here. So I think we could agree that we're probably in a bit of a range. Resistance here, support down here. So resistance at around, call it 89 to 90. Let's do 90. 90 is a nice round psychological level. Let's go 90. Let me just get my chart up here, guys. If Goldie doesn't drive from this 5 minute, I'm going to look to manage. I would have wanted to see this push down already. Where are we? Let's see. 5 minute, 3 seconds. I wanted to see this kind of have a breakout already. We're not really driving. Let me see. Let's bring it down. If we break out here, I'm just going to close and wait. I'd still like the shorts, but I don't like it from here. Let me see. So, silver, we have resistance at $90. Where do we bounce off here? Pretty much right at 70. So it's a big support, $70. Big resistance at 90. Silver's right in the middle of the range. Now, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Daily time frame yesterday, like I say, did close bullish. What's Goldie up to? Trying to hold that resistance. I think we may squeeze it, guys. Here. I'm not going to keep this open. I'm happy to just keep it here. I wanted to see it push down already. If I do get stopped, you re-break out, I'll get right back in. Make back the loss and some. 4 hourly, let's have a look. Hourly here on silver. Again, same as gold. We have to be very careful because we're in a very, very tight range. Pretty much since London, Asia Open. Resistance support. So I'm happy to drop down and see if we can get shorts on gold on the lower time frame. I wouldn't expose myself to also trading silver. So I'd say you got silver support here. You also have resistance right here. Now the reason I'm selling gold and not selling silver is because silver did what I wanted gold to do. Silver came down and tagged the lows of the range and broke out. Whereas you can see on gold, you didn't actually do that, which is why I'm trying to short gold. Let me see here, guys. I'm just gonna close and wait. Minus $100. I'm just close at minus 95 and wait there, guys. I don't like this. I don't like this volume here on Goldie. Like I say, if we get reasons to get back in, fantastic. I will. However, this range is, yeah, a little bit messy. Yeah, that's what we did yesterday. Yesterday we had you guys who were here. Yesterday we had some amazing buys yesterday. We took these buys here on Goldie. Them longs yesterday was much nicer. Then we took it like somewhere off here. It was like 250 ticks yesterday. It was a beautiful trade. You guys who were here on the London stream yesterday, we spoke about this double top for price to coming up. Perfect morning star here after an hourly breakout. Boom. Fantastic trade. So let's see. We got, how's this hourly looking? Let's see, if we look at the past most recent price action here on gold, this 5 a.m. candle tagged the lows, closed bullish. 6 a.m. tagged the highs, closed bearish. And now 7 a.m. is tagging the lows and closing bullish. So what does that tell us? Let's not overthink too much. Let's trade what we see. Ranging. So yeah, we can have a look at other markets. Goldie is just ranging. I was happy to give it a try after the hourly tagged highs and closed bearish, but I'm not a huge fan of this range. My Bitcoin position, let me see if I can get it up on the chart here. My Bitcoin position is just a longer term, accumulating some longs. I got long around 62 on Bitcoin on the spot chart. BTC against US dollar. I got long around 62, and I will accumulate for anywhere from 62 to 55 to even 50 for longs into 80. But that's not a day trade. I don't day trade Bitcoin. Can you show the hourly confirmation? Yeah, it's kind of what I just went over. The reason for this short is you tagged highs, you closed bearish with downside targets. That was the reason for, that was the hourly confirmation. The hourly confirmation for longs yesterday that we took was a fake out. Look at this. You broke below, broke right back above. We got long here at 2 o'clock London time. And we took this 1 hour play up. And this 1 hourly candle was about $312. I think I took about 250 ticks. Yes, it does bend. Yeah, if gold hasn't grabbed the lows, gold will still grab the lows. There's no correlation between if silver grabs the lows, gold doesn't need to. Gold will always grab the highs and lows. Maybe it can be a reason for a bit of an intraday pullback. But yeah, for me, if gold hasn't grabbed the lows, gold is what I base all the analysis and direction off. Can we look at NQ? Yes, let's have a look. Let's have a look. We're going to wait for this London Open on gold, guys. We've got 5 minutes. Let's have a look at NQ. How do we close yesterday? What did we say yesterday on NQ? So yesterday we said longs on NQ. Now, why did we call longs on NQ yesterday? Well, look at this. Isn't this pretty much exactly what I just showed on gold? You break bearish, you close straight back bullish. Well, what is that? What does this bullish move confirm? Confirms a fake out. See how here on NQ you closed aggressively bearish on Thursday. And then what did you do Friday? Well, again, it's very important. You have to understand what your high time frame is doing in order to get a better sense of direction intraday. So Thursday closed aggressively bearish, back below 25,000, back below 24,750, back below 24,500. And then what did we do on Friday? We tagged the lows and closed right back above, all the way back above 25,000 in the last 2 days of the week. So that weekly's gone from looking, wherever the open was, very bearish to all of a sudden leaving a massive wick rejection. So that's why you'd be buying NQ yesterday. So NQ longs yesterday were very nice. Now, coming into today for NQ, I mean, yesterday still closed bullish, so it'd be tough for me to trade this on NQ. You know, yesterday was nice because you're buying back into the support. But if we look at where NQ is now, I feel like in here it can get pretty messy. And I would say even if you're going to have a bit of a sell-off, you'll very likely tag previous daily highs. So I would be looking at yesterday's highs as a potential upside target. Let's see here, guys. Goldie. Hourly closing bullish. No longs. Let's have a look. Glenn. Let me see, man. Until the candle came down, touched support, and started to bounce. Yep. I like that, man. I like that. Only concern is the range, but it's nice as well. I like that. Is this one of the instances where it's okay to sell into resistance? Did you have? Yes, you have. If you got clear targets, you also have an hourly breakout. Yes, one of them instances where I'm happy to short it. Happy to short into the support. Same as yesterday. You know, yesterday when we were buying gold, we're buying into the resistance. Why? Because we have clear liquidity targets, and these rejections is what brings in most sellers. So pretty much we did the exact same thing yesterday. It made 250 ticks. This is what brings in most sellers. Well, as soon as we see that hourly breakout, that's what we're trying to trade into. We're trying to trade into the fact that most people are trying to short here, risking off these highs. So we're buying up into the resistance. Same as here on gold. We're trying to sell into the support. Where most people are trying to buy, we're trying to short down into it. Now, it worked yesterday for 250 ticks. Didn't work here today for minus 95. We got London Open in 1 minute here, guys. I still, like I said, the shorts aren't invalid for me on gold. I just don't like this range. You can overthink this range and you can overtrade it, or you can say, you know what, I was happy to give it a shot. It didn't work. Well, let me just wait. Because these are the ranges that can mentally chop you up all day long and drain you massively. Or you can just say, you know what, I have resistance here, I have support here. If the markets don't know which way they want to break out, well then why am I trying to predict it and fight it? Remember, our job is simply to follow the markets. Our job is to follow the markets and trade the momentum. Be in flow with the markets, not trying to fight them. So when we broke out on the 5 minute with an hourly breakout here, I was happy to give it a shot. Where was it? Sorry. Where was I short? Short here. Once you bounce off VWAP, you break out. I'm trying to follow the markets. It doesn't work? Cool. Cut the trade, move on. Yes, exactly, Philip. Yep, trade location. Very important, man. Yep, don't trade the crap ranges. Exactly. But sometimes the thing is, you know, you don't know it's ranging until you get into a trade and it does range. But as soon as you can understand that, look, I gave it a shot. It didn't work out. Now we're ranging. That's where you have to sit on your hands and take your finger off that trigger. Because these are the times where, you know, like I always say to you guys, everyone makes money here. And this is where everyone gives it all back. Everyone makes money here. This is where they give it all back. So if you do take a loss in this range, accept it and walk away right away. Don't force the range because you will mentally drain yourself. Exactly, Halid. Yeah, exactly. Be like water, flow like water. Exactly. Be the markets, flow like the markets. It's true. That's all we're trying to do here. Our job is not to, we have zero control over these markets. We can't control if the markets are going to go up or down. We simply let the markets break out and then we follow it. We're being in flow with the markets. So right now, what did we just do in the hourly time frame? We just tagged lows and we just closed bullish. So do I want to short? No. Why? Because the previous hourly just closed bullish. I don't want to fight the markets. Good question, David. Let me see here, man. Increase their position size in a trade. Do you mean like in an individual trade, or like do you mean like increasing your position size as a trader in general? You mean like when do you add into an individual trade, or when should you start trading like bigger size? For me, when I was trading more of my personal, I would change my size maybe once a year, once every quarter, maybe, if that. I mean, for trading here on Topstep, I usually just use the same size. But again, it's one of the things, it depends on how do you feel mentally. It's not something that, you could open your first micro here on gold. It could be like the most scariest thing in the world. Oh, eventually, trading one micro will be like nothing. You're like, oh, cool, now I'm ready to trade 2 micros. I remember the first time I traded even like 1 mini, I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. Eventually 1 mini just becomes like trading 1 micro. You don't even really think about it. Yeah, nice break even, Ahmad. Yep, nice break even. We're just ranging. We just gotta wait for gold to break out. Shorts were nice, longs were also nice, but we failed to break to the upside. We failed to break to the downside. So now we really have to sit on our hands and let the markets come to us. It's kind of like all trading psychology. You take your first. I remember I used to be in a trade, like I would lose $50 and that would be like, oh my god, I've just lost $50. But now it's like, I mean, I'll pay $50 to get into a trade. So it's just kind of, you just become a bit more numb to it as you trade more and experience the losses and feel the pain in the markets. You become more numb to them things. And to be honest, that's when you will trade better. So Bitcoin here, you guys who are looking at Bitcoin, I did buy some long-term Bitcoin on this wick rejection. Again, not day trading. I did buy some long-term Bitcoin here as well as some stocks. But looking at this time, let me just see if it's the same on. Yeah, see, if I look on the spot chart, this low here from the, whereas from the 5th of August is still quite far away. On the spot chart, that takes you back down to 50,000. Which if I look at that, I mean, I'm looking at here on the spot chart, anywhere between 70,000 down into 60 is an area where you could see Bitcoin range for quite some time. And for me personally, when I am buying Bitcoin, again, I'm not looking for a huge all-time high push. I'm looking for Bitcoin just to retrace back up into 80 to maybe even back up into 90. And you're talking like 20-30% return. So I have only started very small on Bitcoin, but I will continue to accumulate in that area. For day trading, Bitcoin looks like we want to have a bit more of a sell-off. This is a evening star pattern right here. Now, if we look at this pattern on gold last week, it gave us a great short. Look at this. This looks identical here. Look at this. It looks identical to what we're seeing here on Bitcoin. But we got short last week on gold based off this evening star. So Bitcoin may pull back down a little bit more. I would say down into yesterday's low looks like some nice levels. Yeah, 100% Glenn. That's the best thing you can do right now, man. It's the best thing you can do. Don't overthink it. Absolutely, it's the best thing you can do right now. So yeah, intraday, you guys who are intraday selling or intraday trading Bitcoin, I personally don't. But if you are intraday trading Bitcoin, my thought process would be I would be shorting down into yesterday's low. To me, that looks like the most logical level. Let's have a look. What are we up to, Goldie? ES, yep, we can have a look at ES. Gold still breaking high, guys, so good exit. Reason for exit, well, the hourly tagged highs and closed bearish, cool, I'll go short. As soon as you tag lows and close bullish, cool. Shorts are gone, move on. Wait for the next opportunity. Stay as reactive as you can. A lesson on how to draw candles, yeah. That's my, that takes years and years of experience, man. It's not something that can just be taught here. Years and years and years of experience drawing these candles. Let's have a look. ES. Imagine similar to NQ, we probably closed nice and bullish yesterday. Look at this. Wow, look at this. Look at this. I haven't looked at ES since whenever we last jumped on ES. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful liquidity grab. Let's get rid of some of this analysis here. Let's do some fresh analysis here in ES. Now, like I say, I don't day trade ES, but it does follow the same principles as to what we use to trade gold. You had this huge liquidity grab. You had that fake out. You had that massive closure on Friday. Continued pushing up yesterday. And now you've gone from ES being all of a sudden extremely bearish to right back up at the highs, which is pretty crazy. Because I don't think, let me just have a look at the major stocks here. I don't think we're bouncing that much. Meta, nice morning star play. I'm long Meta. Let me see. Let's have a look at Microsoft. Microsoft trying to have a little bit of a bounce. I do think Google's still been up, as Google has been for quite some time. Yeah, Google's still up as well. So yeah, we got, go back to Goldie. ES, nice and high. Now, you do have a bit of a trend line coming down here. Again, what do I think with this trend line? I think most people are trying to short that. Therefore, I would like to buy up into that. So I would like to continue buying ES personally. You did just have a nice bounce right off that 7,000 region. Came up, tagged the highs, bounced off 7,000 and had a bit of a sell-off. And it looks like we're in a, again, it looks like we're in a bit of a range here. Look, we had a previous breakout level. We're trying to hold it as support. And we're trying to break back higher. So I wouldn't really want to be selling ES. I would say, again, it's a tough range, kind of similar to gold. But I'd want to be buying here. That's not the tool I meant to put on. Arrow tool, I'd want to be buying ES back up into yesterday's high, back up into 7,000. I wouldn't really want to be a seller here personally. Again, that's not to say you can't push down. It's more so just to say that that just simply wouldn't be my trade. And I'd be more than happy with missing that. When you tag lows, you break out. I want to be, again, like I say, I want to be following the markets, not fighting them. So I would be looking for the longs. We did get the got a nice payout this morning from Topstep. Woke up to a nice payout, second payout of the month, which is very nice. 2 payouts for the month of February. We're only 10 days in, which is very, very nice. So now I can go back to trading my other account. Let me see if I can share it with you guys so you guys can see January. And this is, to be honest, this is taking out payouts from even January's work pretty much. If I go, gonna change how do I show you guys? Money in. Look at this, let me see, show you guys, look, just so you guys can see. So this is what I had in this morning. Look, 2,700 USD. Also, 5th of February. So payouts for the month so far were up around about 5,000, which is very nice. 2,500 5th, 2,700 here today. We had, look at that, very, 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 very nice payouts. In January, had 1, 2, 3 payouts in January, and already 2 payouts here in February. So we had a nice, nice 2,700 hit the bank here this morning, which into AUD was very nice. What's that into AUD? It's about, well, it's not as good as it used to be, but it's about almost 4,000 Australian dollar. So for the month of February already, we're almost up, what, 7,500 AUD, which is very nice. Dow, yeah, we can look at Dow. We can look at Dow. Oh, 100%. It's going to be extremely. Would you long with a strong breakout and a retest if the low isn't taken out? If I have reasons to, if I have targets, yeah, definitely, definitely. You know, we don't have to grab these lows. It's just what makes the most sense to me right now. Again, it's one of them markets where you want to stay reactive. If you have liquidity levels up here, but you also have liquidity levels down here, for example, you know, it's kind of a bit 50-50. You know, you might grab the highs, you also might grab the lows. Well, I just want to react to whichever way the markets break out. If we break to the upside, cool. This will be the range that I will trade. If we break to the downside, this will be the range that I'll trade. So anything above here or below here, yeah, could give two very nice trades. Yeah, it's going to be almost impossible now. US oil best play this year? I haven't looked at oil in a while, but we can definitely have a look. But yeah, if you don't grab the lows, could I buy into highs? Yes, definitely. Same as I'm selling into the lows without grabbing the highs. Again, it's just about staying reactive, because if we don't grab the lows, could I buy it? Well, yeah, because we could do this before doing this. Therefore, I wouldn't want to miss out on, you know, 500 tick move just because we didn't grab the lows that I thought were going to get grabbed. You know, what I'm looking at down here is just what I'm thinking. Doesn't have to happen, doesn't necessarily have to mean it's right. I could easily be wrong. The only way I will trade into what I'm thinking is based off candle closures. So the reason I got short on gold is because I have some downside levels, but the hourly also tagged highs and closed bearish. So that's the market's telling me, cool. Now it's time for me to react off that breakout. I'll try and get short. Doesn't work, cool. Cut the trade and wait. But if we break back above, yes, absolutely, we'll go long. Just because you haven't grabbed, you know, perfect lows that you may think need to be grabbed. Have we grabbed some lows? Yes, we have. Yes, we have. We've grabbed some lows. We may not have grabbed the most perfect lows that we might be looking at, but have we grabbed some downside levels? Yes. So if we grab these lows, we re-break back above, cool. I'll go long. Same as right now on gold. If we tag these highs, you know, you might have this level drawn on. If we tag these highs and break out, is that enough to short? Yes, it doesn't really matter what you have drawn up here. If we tag highs and break out, let's just trade what we see. It's all about staying as reactive as you can to whichever way the higher time frame candles are breaking out. No thought process. Do I use Wise Pro? I don't think so. Wise Pro? I don't think so, man. Let me see. If it's something you have to pay for, no, I think I'm pretty sure just have just normal. How would I see? No, I believe I've just got normal Wise cap, man. Normal Wise. Can you use Wise as a regular bank? Does it work like Revolut or just third party? I believe you can get a Wise card. Personally, I don't. I just take it straight to my bank. But yeah, I believe you can. It is a bank at this point. There you go. Wise business. Yeah, maybe you mean Wise business. Yeah, I don't personally. I just have a normal account. Let's have a look at the Dow. Let's see. So, Dow again. Wow, look at this. Look at this. In terms of trading the Dow today, I mean, I would be very careful. You know, buying Dow would have been very nice. Look at yesterday, you kind of failed to close above. So, I mean, personally, I think there's way nicer opportunities than the Dow right now. Use the credit card. Nice, Bruin. There you go. Nice. So, yeah, I personally don't see anything on the Dow right now. You've had that, you know, fantastic, again, liquidity grabbing breakout. So it would have been lovely to buy here on Friday. Great buys on Friday. You had, again, I don't trade the Dow, but this is beautiful. Look at this. Look how much upside liquidity you have on the Dow. So buying the Dow below these lows, up into that trend line would have been fantastic. Now, I don't trade the Dow, but if I was trading the Dow, let's say just pretend this is gold, the same way we trade gold, what would I be doing up here? I would very likely be having to sit on my hands. If I didn't get this up, the last thing I want to be doing is revenge trading here. So for me personally, I don't see very much here on the Dow. Again, intraday, it's very similar to all these other markets, is you're just ranging. I think NQ and ES longs look nicer than the Dow. You kind of see NQ's already playing out here. The reason NQ longs look nice, well, it's very similar to gold. Look at this. You broke bearish. You broke right back above. Cool. There's your fake out. There's your longs. So buying NQ here at 8 a.m. is a very nice trade. You nice Alad. You're already long. Good man. There's a nice fake out there. You also had a nice, look at this, tag 30-minute lows, re-breaking higher. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Dow. I think ES and NQ are looking much nicer. This is a nice breakout here. A very nice breakout. Look at that. It's a beautiful bounce there. Even just, buying below them 30-minute lows up into this resistance. Nice quick scalp. Nothing crazy. In and out. Nice trade there, man. Nice trade. NQ also moving nicer than Goldie. Although it pains me to say it's moved nicer than gold. I'm out $400 times 2. Nice, Alad. Nice. $800. $800 at 8:15 London time. Amazing, man. Amazing. Nice trade, man. Very nice trade. Let's see. What are we up to, Goldie? What are we up to? Everything's everything's moving but Goldie. Which happens. Again, like you guys who were here yesterday, I waited all day for that trade yesterday. And the patience absolutely paid. And when I say I waited all day, I wasn't sat here watching this all day long. I was just watching hourly time frame candle closures. So as soon as I saw this candle break bearish, well, I wasn't looking to short. So I walked away, we closed back above, cool. Now this is where I start to get interested. So we waited all day for this trade yesterday. And again, we shared this in Discord. Entry stops, everything, not for signal purposes, but for learning purposes. And this is where we got long here. Breaking back above previous 30-minute highs with nice clear targets. Look at that. Simple. Beautiful trade. And like I say, I waited all day for that. And this is why patience absolutely pays. You take 1, 2, 3 of these trades a week. You guys are working your way towards payouts. These are great returns. Yeah, nice trade, Alan. $400 times 2. Amazing, man. Amazing. So, although gold might not be giving you anything that you may want to see right now, I know it can be annoying. I know it can be frustrating. But we're not going to be in this range all day. Or if we are, who cares? We're not going to be in this range all week, I can tell you that much. And if I wait for price to break out and I let the markets come to me, I'm going to be thankful for when I do. And I sit on my hands with this minus $95 loss right now, and I just wait. I go, cool, here's my resistance, here's my support. If the markets don't know where they want to go in here, neither do I. You break above, cool, I'll go long. You break below, cool, I'll go short. Super simple. In terms of news, what do we have today? Let's have a look. Tuesday, 10th of February, we have, as long as going ahead, we have core retail sales, 1:30 London time. And then we have tomorrow non-farm employment changes. And I'll be back on fast markets today, guys, for the opening hour. I will be there. So if you guys are around for the New York session, I'll be live on the live with the guys on fast markets. We'll see what we get. Nice. Yeah, I like that, Sean. Yeah, I like that. I can honestly see, I can see gold going either way right now. I'm pretty neutral on gold, to be honest. I don't mind if gold goes up or down. Whichever way we break out, we'll see if we can trade it. But to be honest, anything in this range, I will do absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, I wouldn't even take a 30-minute breakout because look how many times the 30 minutes didn't break out. So you have to see at least an hourly closure above or below. Ideally, maybe we even see gold do this. We break out like this. A nice closure above, then cool. I'll follow price up into that next liquidity target. And you'll still make, 2, 3, 400 ticks. What's that? Yeah, 350 ticks. I'll absolutely sit on my hands for that. Absolutely. Let's see, I'll be on fast markets at 8:30 Central Time, if you guys are around. Back in Oz? No, I'm not back in Oz. Still in Europe, man. Still in Europe. Still in Europe. Be in Europe for all of summer now, to be honest, man. We've been here all through winter, so now I'm gonna stay in Europe for all of summer now. We've been here that long that we got to stay and experience summer, and then maybe back towards Oz towards end of the year. We'll see. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Yep, absolutely. I have to do a European traders retreat. Yeah, absolutely. That'll be good fun, man. Absolutely. What are we up to, Goldie? What are we up to? Are we going long? Are we going short? It's looking like we want to break back higher, but again, guys, I can see the 5-minute breaking bullish, but I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to stick to the plan. I want to wait for the breakout of the range. Let's do exactly what we did yesterday. But yeah, probably, yeah, be back in Oz maybe Q3, Q4. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe stay in Europe till August, July time. Yeah, definitely, bro. We'll do it there again for sure. For sure. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Absolutely, yeah. If we can do something in Europe, that'd be great. How's the investment property going? Yeah, it's good, man. It's good. I don't really do anything, to be honest, man. It just kind of run itself now. When we got the people up in July time, we'll be going and doing some renovations, and then they can increase the rent, and that'll be more than paying for itself. So yeah, right now that's not. I don't do anything. Pays for itself. Don't think about it. It's great. Until summertime. Well, European summertime. But we'll start doing some renovations, and then we can up in the rent and actually making money from it, which will be good. Vietnam retreats. Probably not Vietnam retreats, man. We've already done some in Vietnam. I think it's time to maybe explore somewhere else. But a trading retreat in Asia again sometime. Yes, absolutely, man. 100%. Absolutely. Thailand, Bali, Vietnam. We'll try and get some places sorted. We haven't done one in Thailand for a while, so I'll definitely like to do one there again. Nice. Yeah, nice, David. Yeah, there's loads of places we want to see and host them. So yeah, I'd love to. I reckon if we do get to do one, it will be maybe mid to probably end of the year, I would say. Yeah, Bruno, definitely Thailand. Yep, Bruno's there as well. If you know some good places to do it, Bruno, yeah, definitely. I would love to do one in Thailand. We did one of the very first trading retreats was in Thailand. That was more of just like a community meetup. The actual retreats have mainly been Bali and Vietnam. Let me see if I can share it with you guys. If you guys have absolutely no idea on what I'm talking about, we do retreats like this every single year. We partner with Topstep as well. We got loads of the trader guys that come out. We trade for the week. We got gold range guys. We trade for the week, teach the plan, teach a strategy, eat good food, work out together. We do, look at this. That's a bit weird. We don't do that the whole time together, but we do work out together, eat good food, train, trade. We eat a lot of food, actually. We eat a lot of food. But it's just an opportunity for, come together for the week in a nice, beautiful place. Like I say, we traded live together, and then we all go jump in the pool. But it's just a good opportunity to know, you know what, trading is very lonely, but it absolutely shouldn't be. So we're trying to change that. We're trying to bring more traders together. But it's a good time. It's a very, very good time. Yeah, Bali is hard to top. That's the thing. The only thing about Bali is Anshuk, 100% best one. The only thing about Bali is the villa that we have is just so good. I've not found a villa even close to how good Bali is. The villa we have is amazing. Like you guys can stay in private rooms, or there's bunk rooms. And it's kind of like a big open work area with the pool. It's the perfect place for it. Aaron said bathing together helps us get profitable. Not sure if I buy it. Well, Sean, you guys hear that? Sean just said, Aaron said Bathing together helps us get profitable. Not sure if I buy it. Well, if I just go back here for a second, I'm just going to expose Sean quickly. Because he did buy it, because... Where is he? Oh, there's a bit too many of them. Where are we? I'm just going to expose Sean quickly. Yeah, you're lucky I can't find it. But I'm pretty sure... Where is he? There he is. Who's that right there? Whose head is that? It looks like Sean's head to me. So he did buy into it. But yeah, well, yeah, Bruno, definitely. If you know any places or know any good resorts, 100%. Like you guys say, you guys on YouTube, Topstep partnered with us on the retreats as well. Everyone who came on the retreats last year, we got free combines for the week. Topstep gave everyone merchandise when we did the Vietnam retreat, which was amazing. We had like Topstep cool bags, Topstep cups, Topstep notepads, which I still have and use every day. Lots of cool stuff. So if we do one again, yeah, we'll absolutely do some amazing things with it. Yeah, Bruno, if you know any places, any cool villas or you know, a good resort style place to do it, that'd be awesome. Yeah, Sean got exposed right there. Gold, I'm still watching Goldie here, guys. Don't worry. I'm watching Goldie. We're not really doing too much, so we're just hanging out here. I'd love to trade these markets as much as you guys want me to, but we're not really doing too much. Nice one, Alex. See you next time, man. See you next time. Great jump on. Yeah, good to have you tuning in, man. Nice NQ trade, man. Nice NQ trade. So Goldie's just ranging. Silver's again ranging, guys. Remember, we can do one of two things in these ranges. We can get frustrated, we can get annoyed, and we can start revenge trading, or we can go, you know what? Price is ranging. I'm just going to accept it and wait. It's not my job to predict the market. It's my job to react. I was happy to give my shorts a try. It didn't work. We held the range. Now I take my hands off the trigger and I just wait. I let the markets come to me. And whenever you guys aren't, you know, trading when we're on stream together, you know, all you do is you say to guys, you know what? In 32 minutes, I'm going to come back. And all I'm going to look to do is have we broken the highs or the lows, and anything in the middle, I'm going to simply sit on my hands. And that's exactly what I did yesterday. I didn't get chopped up in any of here. I waited for price to break back above, and then I took my long. I got a great trade. And we'll do the same thing in here as well. So you can get annoyed with this range, or you can go, well, you know what? This range is now actually very simple to trade. I'll wait for a break above or below, and then I'll get my trade. Yeah, definitely, Bruno. Yeah, sounds good, man. If you do find something, it'd be awesome. I really want to do one again towards the end of the year. Maybe even September time, maybe September, October time. I don't know what's a good time to do it in Thailand. When's rainy season? When's rainy season, Sihan? Rainy season. Oh, is it then? Oh, that's rainy season. Oh, really? Perfect. That's what I was asking. That's exactly when I want to do it. Yeah, so what? Rainy season's all the way from October till March? That's crazy. I didn't know it was that long. I guess it's called season for a reason. Not rainy month, is it? It's rainy season. Late November it gets nice. So is it not all the way from October till March? October till March is a long time for a rainy season. I thought it was just like a month or two. Well, I guess it makes sense. Rainy season, not rainy day. November to March is nice weather. Okay, cool. Don't trust everything. Don't trust everything ChatGPT tells you. The brain's fried. November to March is nice. All right. All right. We'll have a look. We'll have a look. Goldie just raging around here, guys. We're just hanging out, staying patient. We're following the plan. We're kind of creating a bit of trendline liquidity coming down like this now. We've also got some lows down here, so it is a matter of which way do we want to break out, which way do we want to follow. Hi, Aaron, can you explain entry on the ITP, please, on breakouts? Wait, does it say ITP? I can't see what that says. Nice, man. I can't, not 100% sure what that says. Edge on ITP. Is it ITP? I'm trying to Let me see. We're creating a downward trend line. So what does this downward trend line mean? It means you probably have a lot of people shorting here. So if you've got a lot of people shorting here, also a lot of people buying here, it's very 50-50 in these markets right now, guys. We're creating that bit of a messy pattern here. If gold, you ever see gold in these triangle formations? If ever we're going to have the true breakout, you know, typically you can do something like this. If we're going to break the highs, you'll come down, manipulate the lows, and then you'll go higher. Or if we're going to go short on gold, you'll very likely see something like this, and then you'll do this. So it's very 50-50 in here right now. Oh, lower time frame. Sorry, that makes sense. Can you please explain entry on the lower time frame, please, in the breakouts? I mean, all you're really looking for, I'll give you the example of the trade that we took yesterday. Again, called this one. I'm not showing you guys any random hindsight recap. We called this one in Discord. Entry, stops, everything. And all I'm looking for is either morning stars or fake outs. So look at this perfect morning star. Now there was a perfect one down here as well. I didn't take this one for a few reasons. But that's what we're really looking for. We're looking for these morning stars or fake out plays. The reason these morning star plays are so nice is because this wick rejection on the 30-minute time frame, this is a lower time frame breakout. That's what this wick rejection is here. So this wick rejection that failed to close below the previous lows, that's exactly where I'll go long. And this on a lower time frame, that's our liquidity grab. Where you'll bounce like this, you'll grab the lows, you'll get back above, and then we'll start buying. So that's exactly what this is. I don't even need to look at the lower time frame to be able to see that that's what it is, because you can see it. Look here. You have your support, you break it, you break back above, I go along. Well, I don't need to look at the 5-minute because I can see it right here on the 30-minute. So this is my lower time frame breakout here. You tag lows, you hold support. This is exactly where you start buying. Sorry, not selling. We want to be buying here. That was the exact trade that we took yesterday. So that is the lower time frame breakout. Once you fail, you know, this candle wicks the previous lows and goes from being extremely bearish to all of a sudden you wick all the way back above. That's a lower time frame breakout. Yeah, then that's what all these wicks are on gold. These wicks on a 30-minute is a lower time frame breakout. So 30-minute wick rejection, lower time frame breakout. If the 30-minute close is bearish, then I wait for a 30-minute closure back above. Same as the longs yesterday on gold that we took. I also took the longs not just because it was a 30-minute morning star, but because it was an hourly fake out. What I mean by fake out is when you break below and then you instantly break right back above. This break back above confirms, same thing I did here today, that this break to downside is false. Now I'll start taking my longs on the lower time frame. So morning stars, inverse head and shoulders for longs, fake out plays into clear targets. The trade just got me out. Yeah, it was a... Where did you get long? Yeah, that was a nice one. It definitely would have got right back in. I mean, even with that trade, you would want to manage as soon as you start wicking highs and closing bearish. I'd want to be managing right there straight away. Like, that's a huge wick rejection to keep that trade open. So where you got long was good, man. Here, like that's a nice trade. Wait, where did you get long? I'm not sure what your stop is based off there. What's that stop based off, man? I'm not too sure what that stop's based off. If your stop was based off the previous low, your stop would be down here. It wouldn't have got you. But as soon as you see these big wick rejections, you'd want to manage that trade. It gets you a break even, fine, cool. Wait, tag lows as closes bullish, cool. You get right back in. If you want to actively intraday manage trades, you have to actively get back into trades. That's the risk you take with managing trades. Is if you want to manage trades and you want to move your stops to break even and price does get you break even, which will absolutely happen, you have to be willing to get right back in. For trying to manage, yeah, you manage based off closures, man. So if you wanted to try and manage, it would be this closure right here. You wick highs, you close bearish, you'd be managing right there, straight away. And then as soon as this candle wicks lows, hold support, then boom, right back in 2 o'clock. And you could make back the loss and some. You would have maybe lost here like around 70-ish ticks. Well, if you got right back in, you know, you would have made 400. So the loss isn't always what's important. You sometimes just have to accept the loss in these markets and just move on to the next trade. And sometimes if you can stay neutral and you can keep the emotions in check, the markets give you an opportunity to say, you know what? the trade's valid again, get right back in, and you make back the loss and some. So let's have a look here, guys. Markets are very range bound this morning here, guys. It was nice to hang out and break down the plan, break down the longs from yesterday, what we're looking for today, why I'm not jumping in trades right now. That's what's important here, guys. Don't just, you know, wait for me to say, is he gonna buy, is he gonna sell? Look at why I'm not trading right now. Look at why I shorted here, why we bought here yesterday, why we're doing nothing here, why I have these lows marked on. This is the most important part here, guys, because right now gold's ranging, and you can look for trades, and you can force trades, and you can get chopped up all day long, or you can do what I'm doing, waiting for price to break out, let the markets show me their cards, and then I'll make my reaction. You react to the markets, you react to what the markets are showing you. If the markets aren't showing you anything right now, they're not showing you their hands, well then I wait for it to do so. And what I mean by that is I'll wait for the markets to show their hands by breaking above or below, and then I'll react to it. So if we do break above, longs into this double top target, around 5114 looks very nice. And as in terms of a range, it's about a 400 tick range. 1 micro, $400. It's a very big range. A very big range. No, I didn't get any of the hedging emails. No, I did not. I know some guys that did get the hedging emails, but no, personally, I didn't get any of the hedging emails. All right, YouTube guys, I'm gonna wrap up here. Gold is in a bit of a tough range. Like I said, you guys, you know, the best thing we can do right now is simply let that hourly candle close above or below, and anything in the middle, I think we have to take our hands off the mouse, take our hands off the button, and let the markets come to us. So for me right now, guys, I'm gonna wait 23 minutes. If we close above, cool, I'll look for the longs. If we close below, I'll look for the shorts. If we fail to do anything in this range, then guess what? I will do absolutely nothing, and I'll let the markets come to me. And remember, guys, I will be live on Fast Markets today for the opening hour. So if you guys are around, be sure to come along, tune in, and I'll see you guys there. Trade safe, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. See you tomorrow. Peace.